How's it going today, everybody? I'm Joe Linder with Joe's Phenomenal, and today we're doing a product review. What's that, you ask? Well, today we're going to be reviewing the Kirkland Signature 10-piece 5-layer stainless steel cookware set. Whoa. Really, what you should be asking yourself is, what am I getting in this set, and is it worth the money? And that's really what it all boils down to. Well, in the 10-piece set, what you actually get are 6 pans and 4 lids. And when you get these sets, it doesn't really matter who the manufacturer is. It's not, if it's a 10-piece set, it's not 10 pans. That's always the total number of pieces you get. So if there's a pan and a lid, that's 2 pieces. You always have to kind of take that into account because you're not going to be cooking on your lids, but you do need them. So you get a 12-inch skillet, you get a 10-inch skillet, you get a 2-quart covered saucepan, you get a 3-quart covered saucepan, you get a 4.5-quart covered sauté pan, and you get an 8-quart covered stock pot. All of the cookware in this set is 5-ply, meaning there's 5 layers of metal. There's 2 layers of 1810 stainless steel, there's 2 layers of aluminum, and then the center layer is a copper layer. You could be asking yourself, why all the different layers? How come it's not all just stainless steel, yada yada yada? Well, really it's to aid in heating. Stainless steel by itself is not a very good conductor of heat, so you need other types of metals. The copper layer is for even cooking and heat retention. So as you apply heat to the pan, the heat will spread evenly, normally because of that copper layer. Stainless steel all by itself is a really poor conductor of heat. It's very typical that you get hot spots and everything else. Having that copper layer in there smooths everything out and gets a nice even temperature all across the whole surface of the pan for you. The 2 aluminum layers will help in that as well. If you don't know what an induction cooktop is, it's basically, if you've ever seen a range that's got the smooth top on it, you turn on the heat, it's instantly hot, you turn off the heat, and it's instantly cool. There's not really any heat coming off of it to burn your hands or anything like that. Those types of cooktops don't work with every kind of pan. Because of those extra layers of metal in these Kirkland pans, you can actually use it on that type of cooking surface, so you don't have to just go out and buy brand new pans again. As you can see, these really are super pretty pans. In fact, these are actually my pans. I've had these for about 3 years now. And that is what condition they're in. They hold up extremely well. If you take care of them, these things will last you pretty much forever. Back then it was a great deal. You're talking about $250 for the entire set. And for what you're getting, that is a fantastic deal. They've really held up to use because I cook in the kitchen just about every day. The handles and lids are all stainless steel as well. And when you're using these pans on your cooktop, the handles always stay nice and cool. If you use these pans inside the oven, however, be careful when you take them out. The handles will be scorching hot, so you've got to use a towel, you've got to use an oven mitt, something like that, and for a pretty good amount of time after you've pulled them out of the oven as well. That actually leads to the only critique I really have of these pans, which is the maximum temperature that they're advertised to handle, which is 380 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of the time that 380, that's perfectly fine. Most people actually don't use their pans inside the oven anyway. If you're using them on your cooktop, it's probably never going to get to 380 degrees regardless. But if you're using them inside your oven and maybe you're searing a steak or something like that and you want to crank your oven up to 500 degrees or 450 degrees or something really high like that, you can warp these pans if you're getting up over 400 degrees or so on them. I've seared steaks in these pans plenty of times over the years, however. I've had temperatures up around 400, 425, 450, and I haven't had any problem myself with pans warping or anything like that. That's not to say that it can't happen, but I'm just telling you that I personally haven't had any experience with that going on, and I've had them for quite a while. Another thing that I personally like about these pans is the weight. It's 5 layers of metal. It's a very substantial feeling pan. There's good weight to them. Some people might not like that. Some people might think that it's too heavy. I personally like a heavy pan like that. If you're using something and it's really light, it kind of feels flimsy to me, which is what you get with a lot of lower priced cookware. And really, that lower priced cookware is the stuff that comes in at about the same price as the Kirkland stuff does. So when you do a comparison like that, the Kirkland pans and pots are way, way, way better. In fact, if I personally didn't really believe in them, then I wouldn't be doing a product review for them. If you'd like to look them up, I have an affiliate link down in the description of the video where you can go down there, click on them, and you can look them up on Amazon, and you'll be able to see exactly how they are now. My pans are a couple of years old, like I said before, so the design of my pans are a little bit different. The ones you buy now have a little copper ring around there, a decorative copper ring that you can see on the outside. That doesn't go all the way through, it's more decoration than anything else, but it's to show that it has a copper layer. Mine do too, but you just can't see it because they changed the style of them a little bit over the years. Well, the $10 million question here really is, are they worth the money? I went ahead and priced these things out versus similar products from a couple of different manufacturers. All-Clad makes a similar set of pans that are rated up to 500 degrees and are done just with 3-ply stainless steel. That's going to be a pretty close comparison. The fact that they go to 500 degrees makes them better, and the cost actually with 2 less pans is triple the cost of these. Analon actually makes a 3-ply set as well. They also go to 500 degrees, and they are about double the cost of the Kirkland pans. Circulon has a similar setup that's got 3-ply stainless steel as well. They actually also go to 500 degrees, but with those you're still looking at about $200 of extra cost. So what should you buy? It all really depends on what you personally need in the kitchen. If you want the best, baddest cookware that there is and cost is not an issue, obviously you're probably going to go with something really high-end. The All-Clads are really, really great. In that case, you would probably get the 5-layer All-Clads or something of that nature, and you would just be good to go.
More money, more money, more money.
If you don't want to spend that much money, you could spend just a little bit less, and you can get some Analons because they are pretty close to ballpark price with the All-Clads, but still, again, they're still more than double what you pay for the Kirklands. What you really need to be asking yourself is that 380 degree max temperature on the Kirkland pans going to be a problem for you or not? For most people, it's not a problem. For professional cooks, definitely that could be a problem, especially if you are searing steaks and stuff in the oven. Not everybody wants to sear steak on a cast iron skillet. A lot of times they'll put it on their stainless. If you're throwing that in the oven and you're getting them really hot, you really do run a risk of them warping. But for the vast majority of us, that's not really a problem. And for all of us, these are probably going to work really great for you. And for the price is almost unbeatable for something like this. So if price is a concern for you and the max temperature on these things is not going to be a problem for you, then I would wholeheartedly recommend doing these Kirkland pans. They're very inexpensive. You get a lot for your money. They will last you a long time. They look pretty, and what more could you really want? In my opinion, for the money, there's not a better deal anywhere on any cookware. If you'd like a little more information about these pans, I've got an Amazon affiliates link down in the description of the video. Since I've owned these things for several years, I've had plenty of time to experience all the ups and downs that there are with them. So if you've got any questions or concerns or want to share your own experiences, you can just drop me a line down in the comments and I'd be happy to respond and let you know what I think. And while you're doing that, like and subscribe. That helps us bring you more content and helps support our channel. You know what they say, if you're not growing, you're dying. So we definitely want to grow. And through your support, we could definitely keep that going in the right direction. So until next time, I'm Joe with Joe's Phenomenal, and we hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.